I had to come off my GPS, so I was on. You called me out. My camera was on, but I've been on since early this morning, so I'm driving. But accountability calls have been great. The breakout groups last night with Auntie Shaky were great. Made some connections there, so I'm ready to break this budget down and be CEO of my money and create this family legacy for my family.
Absolutely. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Grand Rising family, Grand Rising. We still got people showing up. I absolutely love it. Looks like we still got time for one more. Come on, Queen.
Hey, Sunshine, take a couple more hands.
Okay.
They lit today. Come on.
Well, you the one told me 8:35.
No, I'm just saying, look, I'm loving the energy. That's all. I'm just saying, look, man, keep it going, baby.
Let's go. The Queen, Auntie Donna, come talk to us, Queen.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Rising, beautiful.
Good morning. Same to you. Listen, I tell you something. I'm getting uncomfortable. You know, I am like scared. I have decisions that I need to make. You know, for example, I'm sitting on the fence because I'm thinking of taking a break from my job as a teacher, you know, just to really concentrate here and get to the next level. But I'm going to tell you something. It's hard. It's tough. You know, when you think about, you know, for example, the insurance is big, you know, stuff like that. You're going to lose that. So it's a new journey for me, but it's, you know, every time I look at it, I think it's the only way to go. And from the sessions we've been having, it really, you know, really emphasized for me that, listen, there's so much that you need to do. There's so much that you need to go for. And I'm sharing because, you know, everybody's sharing here, and I'm telling you, it's really motivating. Even when you have to be transparent, you know, it's not all, you know, the happy, good, great going on. Everybody's going through a different journey, but at the same time, I want to say that I really applaud everybody for the different journeys that we're on, and I'm sure we're going to support each other. And that's my spiel. Thank you.
Queen, oh my gosh, I need everybody to show her some love in the chat, and we probably gonna wind up unmuting for you because I understand, I could hear it in your voice right now. And I want to say this to you: what you're losing does not compare, what you feel you're losing does not compare to what you're gaining. I promise you that. And I walked away from the Board of Education. Like, I just clean walked away, just said, I'm done. And I thought that I was going to have some time off to sort through my life and all the rest of that. I had no days off. The day that I was supposed to be turning in my resignation was the day that I got a phone call from King Crew, and there was no days off. So what God has for you, God has for you. You're not in this space by mistake. This has all been aligned for you. It's going to work out. Is it a little bit scary? Yes. It's different. Yes. Is it hard work? Yes. But in order to get to the top, yeah, it's going to be hard work. But I promise you, it's so worth it. It is so worth it. In this life, this community, and the lifestyle that you get to live, the Board of Education cannot provide that for you, darling. You are buying your time back, your freedom. I promise you, you are exactly where you need to be. Take your time off for a little while. Come spend some time with us. Pray on it and make the decision. I promise you, you'll be aligned exactly where you need to be. I need everybody to take themselves on mute real quick and just show the Queen a little bit of love the way we know how to do it.
So much. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing, Queen Donna.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Got this,
A
Donna.
queen.
You
Got this.
You got this. You be all right.
Uh,
It's gonna come. It's gonna happen a big way.
Got this. You got this.
You see me?
Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all. Queen Latanya, come talk to us.
Great morning, MMA family. Accountability is a major thing for me. It is so important because I know I can get overwhelmed very easily and feel like yesterday, I felt so overwhelmed with everything. Like I missed a session with Auntie Shaky, so I kept feeling like I'm behind the 8 ball. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting lost in the sauce or whatever, but everyone just kind of were giving little nuggets here and there, and I go back into the Telegram and try to pick up what I can, and just stay on top of it. Then I got the support of my daughter. She's like, Mom, I got you. You know, I'll help you out with whatever you need to be helped out with. And then just with you guys all together and listening to your stories and your testimonies of, you know, where you're at. The breakout session was fabulous with Auntie Shaky. I was able to make some connections there with the group that I was in. And I am just so looking forward to just growing and prospering, because I work a 9-to-5 too. I'm the director of a treatment facility. I'm a human resource director, and it is stressful. And I've been contemplating for years about getting out of just the workforce altogether, but was always holding on to the fear factor of what if. So I understand Queen Donna when she say it's a little scary and on, you know, being on unstable ground. But I also agree with Queen Sunshine when she say it's so much better on the other side. But I have to get out of my own way. So I just ask that you guys have, you know, give me grace in this, because I'm trying, but I'm scared.
You're not trying, you're doing. And it's not the grace. We don't need to give you the grace. Give yourself the grace, because we got you. You got a beautiful family here. We're going to support you and love you through this process. We're going to hold you accountable. Give yourself the grace. Just keep showing up for yourself. That's all you got to do. Do the work. We got you. So family, show the Queen Latanya some love. Y'all know what to do. Come off mute. Come off mute and love on these queens this morning. Come off mute.
You got
Go,
this,
Latanya, let's
Latanya.
go.
Let's go.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
You got this. You got
Powerful. You're
this.
phenomenal,
we
man.
got you.
You got
Love and
this.
light to you.
You
Walk
got
in and
Get it
walk
this.
in.
together. Let's get it.
Dream is
Let's get
worth
it.
it, man.
You are not alone.
Yes.
You are not alone.
Yes.
This
Let's
process.
amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely. We are here
The
for
first step was getting here. You here, mamas. You here.
absolutely. And we gonna the wheels come off, family. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, family. So this is our second call. What is this? Queen Moya, can you share the PDF real quick? This is our mailbox motivational call number 2. So this is all about mindset, training, and discussion. And today we're going to be pretty much talking about it's time to learn some practical tips and tricks for developing a growth mindset and share our own experiences and struggles along the way. Y'all see that alignment already? Do you see that? We already started doing it, right? That's what we already started doing. And so literally we're going to be talking about mindset training. So you will be introduced to different strategies and techniques to develop and grow your mindset. We'll be having group discussions and sharing personal experiences and challenges related to your mindset. There will also be a Q&A and personalized support from our very own King crew. And your commitments, family. So, you know, we'll be starting each day with a positive affirmation. So important that we pour into ourselves. You're going to journal about something you're grateful for each day. We're going to practice meditation or deep breathing for at least 10 minutes each day. Field research, that's so important. We're exploring the latest findings in your area of expertise. Anything that it is that you're focusing on, whether it be credit, whether it be commercial real estate, regular real estate, whatever it is, do some type of exploring and research in that. And goal tracking and updates, you're going to be monitoring progress towards your goals. Please make sure you get the needed resources if you have not already. The self-transformation blueprint, speaking with confidence and courage, time management for entrepreneurs, and your workout guide. And at this time, y'all already know we are bringing up our very own mindset mogul, the man of the hour, the one who keeps us aligned, the one that's pouring into us constantly. We don't know what we would do without him in this community, because while we're all working to get to our goals and literally get to these bags that we dying to get to, we could not do it without getting our minds right first and getting aligned. And there's nobody, I have yet to meet anybody on this planet that does it better, that aligns us and keep our minds right better than this man, this very own coach crew, King crew, that mindset mogul. Come on, John, talk to the people. Tell them who we talking about, King John.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have the beast from the East, the man who epitomizes love, the demonstration of love, the man who put this program together, none other than Coach Crew. My brother, come on, we love to see you.
Y'all better make some noise for this king.
Let's
go, let's go, let's
Let's go, let's
Let's
go, let's
go.
go.
Let's
Loving
go,
the
let's
crew.
go, let's
Let's go.
Bring him up, bring him up.
Yes, bring him
go.
up,
No,
bring him
let's
up,
go.
bring him up. Let's
Crew.
go, King. Let's
Clap
go.
it up, clap it
Let's
up.
go.
Let's go.
Crew, let's
Clap it
go.
up.
Yes.
Let's go, let's go, let's
Rising, let's
go.
go, let's
Bring
go.
him out,
Crew.
bring him
To
out.
another level.
Okay,
What
crew.
Turn
Yes,
me up, turn my
yes,
body up.
Let's go, let's
Turn
go.
my body up.
Let's good morning.
I said, Mogul, let's go.
What's up? What's
Turn
up?
my body up, turn my body up,
Good day to
bro.
you,
Turn
crew.
my body up,
Let's
bro.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Feeling today? How we feeling?
We
Good day
feeling
to you, crew.
good.
Great.
Good.
All right.
Feeling
Love it.
grateful.
Absolutely love it. So look, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I'm happy to see y'all today. How are you feeling? Let me know how you feel in the chat. Put it in the chat. How you feel today? Put it in the chat. How you feel today? Amazing. What else we got? What else we got? Come on. Feeling great. Feeling powerful. What else? Grateful. Yes, gratitude is that attitude. See, gratitude is the attitude that transforms your altitude. Look, if we're feeling amazing, and we have a lot of gratitude, feeling excited, drop those mailbox emojis in the chat. Drop those mailbox emojis in the chat, y'all. We said we confident today. Drop those mailbox emojis in the chat. So, look, the reason why you're here is because you want more. If you want more, say that's me. If you want more, say that's me. See, the thing is, sometimes we don't know exactly what's best for us until we go through the thing and we have to look back at it. Sometimes we don't understand that what we don't know is actually hurting us, right? So what we did, we put together a program where people can come together, people can get together, love on one another, but also learn, right? Because as you learn more, what happens as you learn more? Put it in the chat, put it in the chat. Come on, I know we know. What happens as we learn more, baby? Hey, here we go. We earn more. See, a lot of you want the money, right? But the way to get the money is having the tutelage, having the knowledge, having the strategies, right? So the biggest thing is immersing yourself into an environment that's going to bring out your best talents, immersing yourself in an environment that's going to foster love, give you that confidence. This is the biggest thing, y'all. Staying close to that environment. Participate. I talk about being an MVP. Let me see if y'all can see this. I talk about being an MVP, right? You got to become the MVP. This is the MVP ring right here. You got to become the MVP. What is MVP? Put it in the chat. What does MVP stand for? Put it in the chat. What does MVP stand for? Most people got most valuable player. Okay, most valuable partner, which I love. That's dope. You want to make sure you use that for sure when you're thinking about how to be the best companion to your wife or your husband. All right. So most valuable participant. You have to be the most valuable participant in your life. That's right, Danielle. Danielle's gonna give you that clarity. You have to be the most valuable participant in your life. Most of us, we think that, okay, I'm gonna pay for mentorship and magically everything that I wanted is gonna happen. Magically, the bills go away. Magically, I step into this new elevated role. Magically. Yes, you are magical, but it doesn't happen magically. It happens actively. Everybody put active in the chat. You have to become the most valuable participant in your life. So we created a platform for you to become the most valuable participant in your life. I promise you, there are going to be a few of you, in fact, most of you, there's only going to be 7% of you who actually do the work that we're instructing to do. And in fact, it's going to take maybe the second time or the third time around for you, everything to click for you. Because we're putting something so outside the normal realm that you finally have to look at these things differently and say, okay, you know what? I have to admit, the way that I was doing things in the past, it wasn't the way. The way you're currently doing it is not the way. It's not the way. Let's put that in the chat. The way I'm doing things is not the way. So just put it's not the way. But it's not the way. I want you to realize that. The sooner you realize that the way you have been acting, the way you have been operating, it's not the way. The sooner you realize that, the more things come to you. The more opportunities open up. The more you can see, Why is that, you may ask? Because when we're focused on only what we know and what we think, then everything that's coming into our world, we're only comprehending it from our filter. But our filter is limited. That's why we're here. So drop those plus emojis because we want more. Not only do we want more time, freedom, flexibility in schedule, we want more money, we want more love, and we want more ability. We want more ability. Drop those plus emojis in the chat. You got to find those plus emojis. I need to see that in your recent, so that way next time I tell you to drop those plus emojis, it's easy. We want more. This is how you know we want more. Whenever we want more, you put the plus emoji. We want more. When we talk about love plus, it's saying, okay, look, love is going to be the thing that gets me more. So once I operate with love, I'm going to have more. See, I'm loving myself enough to do the things that I need to do in order to have what I want. And I know that seems like far-fetched. I know, because you say, I love myself already. But if you love yourself, you will make sure that you leave no stone unturned. You will make sure that you give 110% effort. You will make sure that there are no excuses. You will make sure that you do every assignment that your coaches, that your instructors encourage you and suggest that you do. You would take extra challenges. You will go above and beyond. You would look at the person that you were yesterday and say, I have to be better. I have to be better, right? Because it's all about being a better you, and you can do it. So the biggest thing is taking action. So once again, put action in the chat. So one of the things that I realized, and I'm going to share my screen real fast too, because I have a special guest that's going to come up and put you in the mode of activity, right? So I want to go back to these slides that some of you are familiar with, but I want to keep reiterating it, right? So before I do that, or while I'm doing that, I want to take a couple hands. I want to take a couple hands and I want to kind of bring y'all low a little bit. Don't worry, I'm going to bring you right back up, but I want us to be transparent enough so that way we can be able to see things clearer and be able to take action. Who here has not given 100% effort? Raise your virtual hand. I want to know why 30 seconds or less. It is not a crime, but that's why you have this community. That's why you have all these beautiful people around you to help you get to where you really want to be. So raise your virtual hand if you haven't been giving it 100%. And I just want you to be honest, because to be transparent, Sunshine knows this. I know. I am the one that's looking in the back end. I'm looking at you on the real estate classes. I'm seeing where your percentage is at. I'm seeing if you completed this. I know Moya knows, because I call Moya out. Hey, yo, Moya, how come only 13% of the work is done? Oh, Coach Cool, okay, I'm getting it done tonight. And then by Sunday, she had 97%. So I know it's in you. I know it's in you. So I want to know what's going on here. All greatness is amongst all of us. Why? Because God sprinkled a little bit of greatness in everybody. And you might have a little more in this area. You might have a little more in that area, but you all have greatness. Put greatness in the chat. Sunshine, let's take a couple hands. Let's take 30 seconds or less, and let's get 4 people tops. I see 3 people hands up, I think. But if more than 4 come up, only 4 people tops. All right, so let's get it going. Why haven't you? First of all, we want to know if you didn't give 110% effort, and then just tell us why. Why not?
Okay, Queen Latanya, come talk to us, Queen.
Unmute. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, love.
I'm sorry. I'm on my cell phone trying to do this while I'm at work. I have not been given 110% or 100% at even that. And I know that I'm not doing it because of poor time management and poor mindset of, I got too much on my plate. I can't do this, which I know is nonsense. I do not putting forth that effort. And again, I know it's for not having accountability, not, having the right mindset and time management.
Absolutely. And thank you for being so transparent and honest about that, because now you're going to be able to see how to grow. Like literally, we're going to put you in a space where your time management issues are no longer an issue. It's actually time management solutions. So now these weaknesses are now strengths. Everybody put my weaknesses are my strengths. Because now when we know what we're weak at, we know what we can get stronger at. Everybody put my weaknesses on my strength. Everybody send some love, please, in the chat. Great stuff, T. Let's go to the next person, Sunshine.
Queen Ty, Queen Tay, come talk to us, Queen.
Good morning, everyone.
Queen.
So I can honestly say that I have not been giving 100%, probably not even 80%. I haven't had to. I've always had people, take care of me, spouses.
First of all, anytime somebody comes up, right, let's spotlight them. Spotlight them. As soon as we call that person up, just spotlight them. It's 2 clicks. So Moya, Sunshine, and whoever else is in that back end, please just be aware of that. All right, because I can't see who's talking. All right, let's go. Who was that?
Good morning.
Hold on.
So yes, I haven't been giving my all at all. I've never had to. I've been complacent in life, comfortable, just been around people who didn't care. So I was more so being complacent with that too. Like, I'm fine with working this 9 to 5. I'm fine with getting these crumbs. I'm fine with people supporting me and taking care of me. And I'm done with that. I'm giving 150% now.
I would love to know progress. Real fast. Why? Like, what's the tipping point? What's causing that change?
Because it's not enough. I deserve better. I know that I deserve success. My kids deserve to see their mother be successful. And I have no reason to be comfortable or complacent to where I am in life. Why should I settle for less? That makes no sense.
You see, what's so fundamental, and I really love what you're doing right now, because you're really transforming who you are in real time. And the biggest thing is it's not enough. Everybody put not enough in the chat. When you depend on somebody else, it doesn't matter how great the lifestyle is, it will never be enough. Because you have and this is all of us, right? You have an innate ability to create satisfaction from your own creations. Now, when you create something, you get satisfaction out of it. When someone else creates it for you, you have gratitude. But the thing is, you're still yearning for more. This is why most people, when they go to 9 to 5s, you want more. Drop those plus emojis. Drop plus emojis in the chat. Let's mute Bluey. So the thing is, it's not enough. You have to be the MVP. You have to be the most valuable participant, right? So T, I thank you for that. I thank you for being the most valuable participant right now in your life. So once again, everybody send some love in the chat, please, for the queen. Let's go to the next person. Just take one more hand, and then we go.
Queen Latifah, come talk to us, Queen.
Peace, future millionaires. So I honestly feel that I'm not giving 100%. It's more of organizing my task on time. I know in the past, I used to write down things on a bullet board and just tick them off as I go. But what I'm doing now is just doing it on the top of my head. I know that I have my accountability partner, Reginald, that's keeping me on point, but I feel like I could do more, especially that call where we had last night with Auntie Shaky. What really struck me was that she's saying we're killing ourselves to do like a second shift. And I'm looking at my schedule like, oh my God, I'm actually doing that. When I really should be increasing my hustle on my creativity that I know that's going to gain me more. And I believe this time around and being around like-minded individuals that everything could definitely change within those 40 days.
Absolutely. Everybody send some love in the chat to Queen Latifah, please. Also, remember, once we bring people up, please spotlight them. I want to make sure I'm just talented today, y'all. I don't want to be on the back end working. I don't want to do that today. I want to be talented. All right. So look, the thing is, somebody mentioned something early. They said stable. They said stable. And to be honest, the workplace is not stable. The workplace is not stable. Sorry, y'all. Just wanted to play with that a little bit. You know, the workplace is not stable. Okay, please understand. Stop looking for stability in the 9 to 5 when every day the reason why you go to work is because you think that somebody could cut you off. You think that somebody is going to cut you off. So you rush, you worry, you think about it on Sundays. Sundays, you're stressed out. You can't even be focused with the kids, can't be focused with your family, your husband. Like they may be intimate in weeks because you're struggling through trying to figure out what's going on with work. And then you complain about him because he doesn't understand that you got a lot going on. And then guess what happens? You're out of alignment, so you feel struggle. And that's because we're working harder, y'all, instead of higher. Everybody put higher in the chat. I want to share my screen. Everybody put higher in the chat. You got to work higher. And once again, this space is not to make you feel bad. It's for you to look at yourself. The quicker you look at yourself and realize, okay, I'm doing wrong. I need to do right. And it's not about right in other people's eyes. It's about right in your world, right? So it's really saying, okay, how do I set up my family for a lifetime of success? How do I set myself up for a lifetime of success? Got to think higher. Right? Most of y'all know this. If y'all familiar with this, put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2 in the chat. Also, Sunshine, Moya, or somebody, drop this link inside the FYF and the MMA as well. So thank you for that. So look, like imagination. Like we get creative. We get so creative when it's time to do other things in the world. We get so creative. But what about when it's time for us to think about ourselves? When it's time for us to think about ourselves, we don't get as creative as we do when we think about other people. When it's time for us to get creative, we want to go the easy route. We want to go the simple route. We want to take the route that is the least resistance. Why? Because we have what we call avoidance behavior. Avoidance behavior usually lives down at the implementation level. What are you avoiding at the implementation level? If some of you are at the implementation level, what that means is that you use physical skills, muscles, and your time to make money, to collect money, to produce an outcome. Everybody put the mics on mute, please. Thank you. So we put together a program that's going to help you climb higher, faster, quicker, right? When you talk about acquiring properties, some of you feel like, okay, I want to acquire properties, but I'm going to go and I'm going to get my real estate agent's license. And then I'm going to go take tests. And then I'm going to go work for somebody else and sell $1 million houses and only get 10% of that, or maybe 5%. And then I'm going to sell, this, that. When you could just skip past all of that, just think higher and go straight to it. Real estate investors, we don't need to have a real estate agent's license. It doesn't mean that that's not a great thing. It is a great thing for you to add value to yourself, right? It's a great thing. But we want you to think higher. We want you to know that you can create anything that you want as long as you have the tools and strategies around you. So if you're at the implementation level, that's using the physical skills and muscles over time. What are you doing at that level? At that level, you're implementing the idea that was created by the imagination. Okay, maybe you've passed the implementation level. Maybe you worked 20 years and you went to unification level. But damn, you just worked 20 years. How much time did you use in 20 years? In fact, how much time did you lose in 20 years? How much time away from your family? How much money did you actually leave on the table because you thought you were going to get rich, but you capped yourself? When you thought you was going to get rich, it was all capped. It was a salary cap. When they say, okay, we'll give you an increase, it was still capped because it was based upon the market's fluctuation. So as inflation grew, so did your salary, but the value of what you had was subtracted. So this is about mathematics, y'all. You want to get higher, you got to do your mathematics. See, most of us are addicted to things. See, me and Ramel, we got up early today. Ramel started to play this video and audio just for the mindset. And one of the brothers started speaking. And he was like, most people are addicted to things. Put it in the chat, what are you addicted to? Right? When you're so addicted to things, basically what you're doing is you're subtracting the God-given abilities that you have, right? So for example, when we are addicted to television, what is that doing? It's subtracting something from us. It's subtracting our creativity. Now, sometimes you get great ideas, but the point is mainly it's subtracted, right? We love to add. And when we add, guess what's happening? We're becoming addicted to the additive, right? To be able to say, okay, Okay, I want to add money. I want to add money. I want to add money. That's what we think about. I want money. I want money because I lack money. I lack money. I lack money. And then when we go to the job, instead of actually understanding how to think higher and look at everything that they have in an infrastructure, we're only focused on ourselves. We're only focused on solving our own problem. But instead, we should be focused on what? Put it in the chat. As an entrepreneur, as a business executive, who should you be focusing on? And what should you be focusing on? OPP. What does OPP stand for? Right. Solving other people's problems. 100%. Solving other people's problems. So now, the thing is, you're actually solving the owner's problem, the person who created the imagination, that thing, that idea, but you're not serving anybody. You're not serving anybody, you're serving yourself. And then you take that one check that you get, and then you go home and split it with 4, 5, 6 people. Then you're miserable because you don't have enough money. See, the reason why they pay you so much at the unification level is because now they want to make sure you know that they own you. See, some of y'all get so hyped and you move up to the next level, but guess what? Unification is not good enough. I need more. I need to be great. Put great in the chat. I need to be great. So when you move up to the next level and you're managing people, that's great, but you still only have a little bit more impact than a person at the implementation level and a little bit more income. But guess what? You only have 20% of your time because you're spending 80% of your time at the job. So when you talk about stable, your mind is not even stable because you're spending more time thinking about somebody else. You ever had that ex? You ever had that ex that just rubbed you the wrong way, and no matter what they did, you just always thought about them? Whether they went outside, you would, oh, what are they doing? I'm just wondering, what did that do? It robbed you of your time, right? You only had 20% time to yourself. That left you unstable. So when you think that the job is stable, the job is as unstable as anything ever. Because at any moment you can be cut. And guess what? You're being overworked and underpaid. Okay, cool. Now we know about that. So okay, if you're at the managerial level, guess what? Great news for you. Because now you know how to get to that next level. The way to get to that next level is real simple. Communication. You have to have a skill of articulation. So everybody who was on the speakers class, let me just apologize real fast. Yesterday, my devices got disconnected. So if y'all was wondering if I just dropped out like that, please, I would never do you wrong like that. It just rolled right into class for everybody who's on a 9 p.m. class. So thank you very much for just being a person of studious quality, right? I've seen some of you get up on screen, use your body language, communicate a message effectively. And it was so amazing that I wanted to create something else with us, but I just didn't get the time. My device failed on me because I failed to charge it, right? So just sending y'all a lot of love on that. But guess what's happening? Out of you practicing being part of the speakers group, what's happening is that your communication is becoming great. You're being able to start to push your value up. The way that you can add value. Betty created a book. She's like, hey, yo, look, I want to be able to sell my book. Hey, I want to become a coach. Everybody has an opportunity to become a coach inside the Mailbox Millionaire Academy. You do have an opportunity, but everybody won't become that. Because it's not about you having the opportunity, it's you taking the opportunity. How can you take the opportunity? You got to be the person that's doing the thing that nobody's asking you to do, that you know that you should be doing. You should be motivated, you should be leading, you should be inspiring yourself first. Y'all seen King Apolline? Apolline is in there, helpful, right? How can I add resources? You see Blue said, hey, look, I'm gonna come on an accountability call and I'm gonna give y'all something special today. I'm gonna give y'all something special. What's special? Organization. Everybody put organization in the chat. See, communication comes with organization. You got to organize your words. You got to organize your life and say, okay, look, I want to eliminate the negative self-talk. I want to go back to being positive. I want to have a positive lifestyle. So now every soul, every spirit, every person that you come in contact with, you have to now be positive. The first person you change in this world is yourself. If you want to change this world, you must change yourself. You must change yourself before you change anyone else. Understand that yourself is with everybody else. Yourself is with everybody else. Yourself is with everybody else. What does that mean? It means that my experiences come from the connection that I make with other people. All the money that you want to make is in somebody else's pocket. You got to be able to add value so that they exchange the dollar for the thing that you have that make their life better, right? All the impact that you want to make is in somebody else's heart. You have to be genuine. You have to be sincere. You have to have a quality about you that's willing to help and lead. All the potential that you're going to actualize is with other people. That's how you're going to grow. This community right here, when I tell y'all, hey, look, get into the group, accountability, get into the group, y'all, and nobody gets into the group. The only thing that you're doing is creating a wedge between your success, your growth, and where you really want to be. And the issue is the wedge is as long as you take, the bigger the wedge gets. What does the wedge represent? It represents distance. The distance between you getting what you want in your life and you having what you currently have. So in order to get what you want, so that way you can now look at it and say, I currently have everything that I was looking for, everything I was hoping for, everything I was clamoring for. The way that you do it is by understanding you have to utilize these skills, communication, imagination. You have to think better. When I said, hey, everybody go get these resources, 2 people got the resources and 2 people didn't get all the resources. We don't create these things for your enjoyment to look at. We create these things for your enjoyment to live in. So that way, when you do what we're asking, what we're suggesting, what we require,
We can't hear you, King Crew.
You still there? King Crew. All right, y'all. He might be having some technical difficulties at this time. His screen is lit up, but we can't hear him. Blue, are you ready to present?
Good morning, Queen Sunshine. Good morning. Yes, I am ready to present.
Okay, because I'm not sure exactly what's going on right now.
His computer probably froze.
Yeah, it seems like it. So we're going to keep moving right along. And then whenever he comes back, he can either pick up where he left off or whatever. But let's go ahead. So wait,
all right, awesome.
Hold on, because you're going to need sharing capabilities, right? Did he already give you that?
I don't know, but I definitely will need share capabilities.
Yes, let me see if you have been co-hosted. No, he did not. Good grief. Hold on. Let me see. I apologize, y'all. Give us a minute. They don't want us to be great this morning. They can't stop us, though.
I'm about to say, because we're going to be great regardless, okay?
Absolutely. They can't stop us. So,
King Blue, in the meantime, did you want to maybe go over your presentation, just speak about what you're about to present in the meantime?
Yes. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I've been asked to provide a little glimpse into organizing your work. So you all are going to be introduced to a lot of new resources, right? And one thing that will help you manage those resources is, utilization of your browser and making sure that whatever you have access to directly, and you're able to log in and get to the information that you need to get to as quickly as possible. And being assured of the fact that it's transferable from your actual desktop over to your mobile phone. So today will be quick. There's levels to this, right? There's longer versions of what I'm doing, but today I just wanted to just give you a little quick glimpse into managing your desktop, a little look at Google Drive, and just seeing how you can organize your files so that you have quick access to everything. So a little background about myself. I'm a IT professional. Been doing IT for almost 20 years. Started the MMA course, did the 90-day course, paid to get in, was the best decision ever made. I came in with just one business, and now I have 3 others that I started. And these are based on just general ideas that I had and utilizing real estate investment to kind of bring those things to fruition. So Queen Sunshine, whenever you're ready, I will take over the screen. Can I share now?
Not
Yeah, I
yet.
should be able to.
Wait, hold on.
King Blue, before you start presenting, King Crew is just going to come back on and just finish up his presentation. He'll be on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay,
All right.
he's coming back in now. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, while we wait, I can go a little bit further. So when after this little quick demo, you'll probably be encouraged to want to start organizing your browser. So a lot of folks aren't really aware of how to fully manage and use your browser to the best of your abilities. So saving your bookmarks, saving your passwords, especially utilizing one specific browser. Don't stretch your stuff across different browsers, because that may give you issues with access. Now, the browser you choose is also important, because most websites play nice with most of the browsers, but the ones that are the most popular are the ones that are pretty much tested on first. So for example, you may see a lot more folks use Chrome. You may see a lot more folks use Microsoft Edge. You may see a lot more folks use Firefox, because those are pretty much, they play nice on most platforms, right? PC, Mac, Linux. And that is because people who develop websites usually test those on those things, on those particular browsers. However, there are other browsers that, they have Safari, you have Opera, you have those other ones, but sometimes other websites don't play nice. It's not to say that you can't use them, but for the purposes of this training, we're going to use something that's more generally used and across the board. And of course, all this can be applied to other browsers as well. But it'll be fun. It'll be quick. You'll understand where I'm trying to go with it, and then you'll be encouraged to do it yourself on your phone as well as on the computer. So whatever you do on the phone can sync across all those platforms, since everything's in the cloud.
All right, before you start, you can hear me clearly, right? Before you start, Blue.
Yes.
This is what I want everybody to do. And my apologies, I don't know what happened, why I got frozen. If anything, I'm not sure why I can't see the text that pop up when I'm presenting or sharing the screen. So to round this out, right? When Blue comes up here, I want you to identify how can you utilize these tools to have the imagination to create the thing that you can communicate to someone that they can manage and then be able to implement. That's really what this is about. So when we talk about week one being mindset, it's really understanding that you have to change who you are in order to get a different result. You can't hold on to who you used to be if you want to become somebody different. You want to become somebody new. So when Blue shows you this, please understand this right here, just doing these steps would increase your productivity and your success level by 38%. If you look at these books in the back, you want to become more effective in less time, you want to unlock the boss code, these are going to be the tools that you need in order for you to get to another level. All right. So Blue, share your screen and let's get into it.
All right. Awesome. My hosting is still disabled.
We can't hear you, King.
All right, let's spotlight Blue as well, so that way he can come up.
All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so for the purposes of this, we're going to use Chrome, right? So every browser allows you to log in with a particular profile. This is key, because this is what you want to log in with when you utilize that platform or this browser on any platform that you're on, right? On your mobile phone, tablet, or your actual computer. So we're going to choose this particular Google profile. Now, when you open up this profile, you'll notice that this icon over here is still here. We will ignore this for a second. This is important. This is the profile that you're logging in with. So this lets Chrome know that you're utilizing this particular email address to log in. And the reason why this is important is because we're going to want to save and bookmark all of our web pages or websites or anything that we are given as reference, right? So the first thing I want everyone to make sure is that when you have these things open, you go to this bookmark section and you make sure you show the bookmarks bar. Now, as you can see, it goes away when I click that option here, but you would click on the menu button, you would go to bookmarks, you would choose show your bookmarks bar. And now you want to put this, this bookmark bar will be here every single time you open up Chrome. And I'll just show you that again. And you'll see that the bookmark box is still there. Now, MMA will provide you with a whole bunch of links and a whole bunch of resources, and you'll be accessing those resources on a regular basis. So we have to make sure that we know anytime and every time a new resource comes our way, we want to be able to save it. So the first resource, right, would be the Facebook group, right? Not necessarily saying it's first, but this is one of the first things that they ask us to access and log into. So we'll be logging into our Facebook group, and we want to make sure that we are able to fully log in. Now, once you log in, it will save and record that password for you, so you don't have necessarily remember to type it in next time. But what we want to do is make sure we choose and bookmark this. But before we do all that, we want to organize a lot better, right? So as you can see, when I click that, it automatically bookmarked. But I want to make sure I create a folder, and we'll call it MMA. And you can do this for various other different topics and subjects, right? So we know that when we with MMA, we have the Facebook stuff. So we put that in there. So when I click here, we have access to the MMA. What's another a link to what we do? The Luhv Plus app, right? So we go to Luhv Plus app. There's a web version of Luhv Plus app. There's also the mobile version. The web version I like because, you know, bigger screen, you have access to more of those things. Once again, you are going to bookmark this, right? Because this is something you're going to be accessing on a regular basis. So you want to make sure that it's easy for you to get to as soon as you're ready to start working. So we group that and we put that in MMA. Sometimes you want to add your Gmail to it, right? That's fine. You add that Gmail and you are logging into Gmail. And if it automatically logs you into the email that you want to get into, that's fine. If you choose to have it choose or you want to pick which email you want, that's fine as well. Once again, we will bookmark. Now there's multiple ways to do this, right? We can click this little star icon here, or if you look on what's called the address bar here, you have this little lock icon here, right? You can click, hold, drag, and put it right into that folder. And once you do that, you see now we have 3 different links or resources to stuff that are specifically applicable to MMA. And they also give us the Telegram app, right? Now, you have the desktop version of Telegram, but you also have a web version of Telegram. And this is for folks who, you know, prefer the web version over the desktop version. It's all about preference. I prefer the desktop version. However, there is a web version, and I'll show you that as well. So and this is good. So once you do that on the web version, you just go into the app on your phone, you go and you link that device, and this will remember it each time. So you don't have to do this every single time. But this is my Telegram, and this is also something that I would put into the MMA folder. So does everyone have is getting the idea of what we are trying to do as far as making sure that we're organized? So once we know we're doing MMA work, we open up our browser, we click on, and everything that we need access to is here. And and another thing that you guys, you know, would love to utilize and should utilize as well is ChatGPT, right? So this is what's called generative AI. It's a technology that allows you to have a conversation with a bot that allows you to take care and complete a lot of different tasks. Now, I personally am I have a thing with Big Brother, so I always make sure to create a separate login account for that, so it's separate and apart from my general thing. I just have a thing about them always following you and stuff like that. Now, we won't get into ChatGPT, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse of the interface. And once again, we are going to bookmark this. Now, of course, if you have questions, we can ask at the end, but this is generally how you want to go about it. Every single time a new resource is brought your way, you are going to want to bookmark it to make sure it's accessible. Now, the beauty of this is once you bookmark this on your browser here, if you go onto your phone and you make sure you log in with that same email address, all of your bookmarks will transfer over and follow you. And any changes that you make on your phone will correlate as soon as you get back onto the web. Does everyone understand that? Is there any questions so far? Now, part of the making yourself more effective in less time, I love when Coach Cruz says that because that's so true, is we go on again with organization. So we are using Gmail. Gmail has something called Google Drive. Now, when you go into Google Drive, it is your repository, right, for all things that you need. So everything you save it to your Google Drive because it provides you with quick access to it anytime you need, so long as you have internet. So if you have your phone, you have your computer, your tablet, it doesn't matter, it'll all save. Now I'm gonna show you a glimpse into my organization. Please do not get overwhelmed. I am obsessive compulsive with organization. I love folders, I love subfolders. I love organizing because that allows me to get to my items easier. So I'm gonna show you how I organize my MMA work. So I created a folder in my main Google Drive, professional business, and I have all these different kinds of folders. Let me just give you a simple glimpse into, so these are the businesses that I started. So Blue Bounce, my bouncy house business. I have my own fragrance line. Blue Cleans is a cleaning service. I don't want to do it, so let me pay somebody or have a business that can clean my businesses as well as other places. We have Blue Gives. This is my nonprofit toy drive, providing computer labs, after school programs. Blue Sky Travels. This is inspiration from Virgin. I want to have my own plane and fly around the world. Blue Technologies is I'm in my IT background. That's my very first business that I started. Been in business for about 3 years officially. CRB Estates. This is in collaboration, and some of you may be able to collaborate with each other. Hopefully that happens, where everybody comes together and we start our own, and we are now business partners working towards purchasing other properties and what have you. I want to create a credit union that allows us to manage our funds and kind of come collectively as a group to accomplish whatever task the credit union is supposed to be doing, because they are a better experience than banks. We also have Grant Squad, not necessarily a business, but this is a group of MMA colleagues who are looking to apply for grants, and there's a process that goes with that, so that lets you that puts us all together so we can brainstorm and talk. Blue Sky Holdings, that's my real estate investment firm that which is on my own private one that I'm doing separately apart from CRB Estates, right? So just giving you how I'm organizing, and each one I have a general overview of what I want my business to do. And I wrote it all out just to give myself a kind of a guide to continue and build from. So let's give you a general glimpse into like some of the business that I'm doing. So amazing education course. So we have Mailbox Millionaire. Now within Mailbox Millionaire, I've organized it to make sure that if I need access to anything, I have quick and good access. So these folders that I create in here are generally the kinds of folders that you'd want whenever you're creating these larger folders, right? You want to make sure you have access to the documents. Now, these documents here are every single document that, well, not every single one, most of them that are offered on the course. Now, they give you the ability to download them, and I download them and I save them to my Google Drive, so that when I'm on the road or I'm on the go, I can read them. I can read them on my phone. If I have my laptop with me, I can also read it there. I also have another folder for screenshots. Now, there are various screenshots that you'll see in the classes, and sometimes you are not able to write the notes down as fast enough. So I utilize the snipping tool. And the beauty of this snipping tool is that it allows you to take a little quick snapshot, screenshot of whatever's on the screen, and you can drag and drop, and it'll take a little snippet of whatever you covered, and then you can save that to your file. So you can see I have been saving a crap load of different screenshots because they are very beneficial. Now, we can look at one, right? Let's say we look at credit law. So credit law, this speaks about a particular, well, this is something that you'll be talking about as well, but there's many different credit laws and they are applicable and deal with specific things. And you all should know about it, especially with the folks who need to get their credits a lot better. But one thing you want to do is whenever you see, and let's say we get let's look at Mailbox Millionaires and the emails as well. This is something that's very important. You want to make sure your emails are organized, right? So in my inbox, I have 64 emails. However, whenever I receive mail from the Mailbox Millionaire Network, it does not go to my inbox, it goes to a label that I created. So all my emails from Ramel come over here. All my emails from Coach CJ come over here. All my emails from the Love Plus app, they come over here. And I don't want them in my inbox because, as you can see, the volume can get really high. So I want to make sure they are in a separate location. And as you can see, I've kind of created a folder for almost everything. Now, this one, I always create a folder because Google sometimes sends you a whole bunch of different messages and alerts, and they kind of can get cluttered in your inbox. So I put them in a separate location because a lot of that is just automatic and it can get pretty annoying. But I'm not going to go through this whole process here. This would be part of like a larger class, and I want you all to be similar to me, right? Organizing your work so that I don't have to be looking all over the place for things. If I need it, if I know that a particular email is coming in from Mailbox Millionaire, I know to go into this particular filter and this particular label. In that way, you will always see those emails specific to that. So I won't see any emails from Chase Bank over in the Mailbox Millionaire because that would be kind of contaminating that particular label. And bank information, you don't want to put it somewhere where you can't find it. So you want to make sure that your Gmail is labeled. Now, this is also applicable to Office 365 as well, right? So the same practices that I'm doing here, I can walk you through how to do it on Office 365. For the purposes of this, we're going to work on Google Drive. But going back to the Google Drive, let's go into the classes. So we had 12 weeks of classes, and each week we met on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you would see notes 1, notes 2. Wait, let's go to a week. Yeah, so we see notes 1 and notes 2, and each week or each class, I would be there and write down my notes. And these are notes as I understand them. Now, you also have the beauty of looking at the recordings after the fact, and you can refine and redo your notes so that it makes even more sense to you. Now, you can do this on your phone, you can do this on your computer. One thing I also recommend is, if at possible, I operate with 2 screens. I can't function without 2 screens. So I have my laptop, but I also have a portable monitor that I carry with me if I really need to have that second screen, just so that I can see things a lot better. Now, when you write all of these notes, be sure to go back and read them over and over again, because this is the way you understand what you saw in the class. If it's not making sense to you in your notes, then go back to the recording just so you can reinforce. Just so you can reinforce what you're doing. So I just give you a glimpse into organizing your browser, logging into your browser, right? You want to make sure you log in with that browser specifically. You want to make sure you have access to every single link or web that is provided by the MMA course, and you want to make sure you bookmark it. Now, you can get even fancier. You can get even fancier, right? This is the last thing I'll show you guys, is you can group tabs, right? You can group tabs. Now, we're going to create a new tab. We're going to call this tab MMA. And we'll make it lilac. Yeah, I think that's lilac. Yeah, we'll make it lilac. Now, the beauty of this is that when I want to add something to this particular group, I would just add it Wait. MMA. So now when I want to add something to that tab group, right? I would right click on the tab itself. I would add it to a group and I would choose MMA. And I'm going to show you the beauty of this. So we right click on here, MMA. Right click on here, MMA. Right click on here, MMA. Right, so let's open up Telegram, MMA. Now the beauty of this is now I can group these tabs. So I also have it here, but if I were to close, if I close Chrome and I want to open it back up, you know, and I have this and I just want to have everything kind of open for me, where did it go? Sorry, folks, Chrome is not being nice. So when I have Chrome open, I have this little MMA tab here. When I click on that, it will open up all of the tabs that I would utilize when utilizing MMA. And you can create multiple group tabs for various different things. You can have one for school, you can have one for work, you can have one for personal, you can have one for real estate. So these are ways for you to organize your work and you don't feel so overwhelmed, because let's say you're not really trying to work on the MMA stuff, you want to do something else. Well, you click on that, it brings you back to this default position and you can surf the web and go elsewhere. So these are a little bit of a little teaser into organizing your work, and this will make you, as Coach Crew would say, 38%. I would say even more, because once you start really getting to the point where you're like this, right? You have multiple different folders for multiple different things. So for business, right? I have a business folder, and we have Cash Flow Bootcamp, we have Cardinal, we have all the credit links that I use, we have all the real estate links that were given to me, marketing, websites. You know, now another thing that I do is I also I have my colleagues' websites and stuff because I want to be able to support them and I want to see the work that they're doing as well. So we have tech resources, we have a generals tab, the calendars. So there are going to be a lot of calendars, right? You're going to be able to reach out to a lot of the team, Taisha, Auntie Shaky, C. Jamaro, Jamel, and I have my own calendar as well because I thought it was cool what the calendar system was, so I made sure to do that. And I have some for my businesses that I'm starting as well. So every time or anytime that I need access to something, I have quick access to it because I can do that. Now, I also have my DIY links, right? So if I were to, I have my DIY. So DIY is do it yourself. That's something completely different, but every time I'm doing DIY work, I have access to these things. Now, you may have the same resources being accessed, but that's okay. It's only applicable to the kinds of work that you're doing. So I give you a little glimpse. I know it's a lot, but it's something that you can start dabbling and working on. You would, pick your browser. You would make sure you log in with that particular profile. You would start to bookmark. You would start to figure out, all right, what resources am I supposed to access with regards to MMA? And then after that, you bookmark them and you have them available for you anytime and every time you look at your browser and you're ready to do work. That is my presentation. There's more. We can certainly talk some more about it, but let me know if you have any questions. You have questions, right?
No, I only got one. Because we don't want the overflow of everybody just unmuting, raising their hands. I'm muting and jumping in. All right, cool. So unshare your screen real quick, Blue. I want to know in the chat, drop the blue emojis, which is like the blue circles, if this was helpful. This is Blue's emoji. Drop the emoji in the chat. Now, if you love this, drop the blue heart now. Right? We want to know if you love this now, drop the blue heart. So anytime Blue comes up here, anytime you hear Blue, you drop the blue circle. But if you love what he's saying, you love what he's putting down, or if you're pulling in what he's putting out there, then I want you to drop the blue hearts. Now, see, the reason why Blue is here is because literally he said, look, I want to make sure I can help other people organize their lives. Because for me, I just love organization. I just really love it. So him and Moya talked, and they say, look, this is what we want to do. Can we bring this to the community? And we say, hey, look, this is an opportunity for you to bring it to the community. This is why we put these platforms together. This is why we created the Luhv Plus app, why we created Mailbox Millionaires Academy. It's because we want to inspire and encourage you to be the best version of yourself. But the only way that that is going to happen is if you get out and put some work in. If you become the MVP, everybody put MVP in the chat. You have to become the most valuable participant in your life. First, you have to become the most valuable participant in your life.
You sure?
Everybody, mic's on mute. All right, so you have to become the most valuable participant in your life. And understanding that is understanding yourself, understanding what qualities you can bring. Now, when you become the most valuable participant, you now have to look at ways, okay, how can I become more effective in less time? How can I get things done faster? How can I get things done more efficiently, more effectively? And the key is strategic partnerships. So the way that you're going to be able to do anything fast, efficiently, effectively, or grow at an exponential level, you must become partnered up with someone or something, right? So some of you who've been inside the accountability calls and especially the accountability accelerator program, you know, towards the end, we talk about systems for success, right? And tools. So this is not going to be the only time you see Blue. You're going to see Blue come back not only on the 3rd week, but on the 4th week, right? Because we want to re-instill the thought of organization into your mind, right? If you're not organized, guess what? You're leaving a lot of things on the table, whether that be information, whether that be money, whatever it may be, you're leaving it on the table. So just want to point that out. So if anybody have any questions, right, we're going to be able to take some questions real fast. If you do have to go, please go. Once again, anytime 9:30 hits, we expect you to do work now. If you have any work, that's outstanding. If you have anything you need to do it now. So if you haven't gone on and put your commitments for today, go to luhvplus.com. Let's have Moya share the screen real quick. And this is something we're going to do. Blue, stay on, Blue. Hold on, we're going to get all Blue's information in a second, just so y'all know. Blue's not going anywhere, but we want to make sure that you're being effective while you're on the calls. So one of the things that we want you to do is to put your commitments down. Another thing is to goal update. So from yesterday and the day before, what has changed in your goals? Have you accomplished what you said you want to accomplish? Have you reached out to brokers? Have you started a new LLC? These are the things that we want to know. And the reason why we want to know them, because if we know them, you know them. And if you know them, you can do more with it, right? You can do more because it's written down. Now you can measure it. Now you can track it. Now you can tell what you need to work on. And therefore you're creating a world of organization. So if you've seen firsthand what organization does just to your mind by watching it, imagine what it does to you by being immersed into organization. So scroll down, go to the accountability accelerator group. Shout out to the Curly Crown Society. If you got a curly crown, join the Curly Crown Society. All right, so this is, you can do this now. Everybody do this now, so that way you can get it done now, become more effective in less time instead of waiting around. I know Angela said she done it earlier, right? But we want to make sure we get all the buckets. So daily commitment, right? You want to go in there and put your daily commitment. You could just scroll right down. You could have just scrolled right down and seen it. But all right, she went to the tabs on the right side. That's where it's easy. You can find it faster. So scroll back up until today's date. You're looking at 2 days ago. All right, cool, right there. So come into the comment section and post inside the comment section. What are you committed today? What are you committed to fulfilling today? Any challenges? Any obstacles you need to overcome? Let's do this right now. Let's get this stuff done. When you talk about the Mailbox Millionaires Academy, Fund Your Freedom, or any other program that has come and graced the stage of the accountability calls, when you leave here, we want you to feel not only inspired and motivated, but also a person that's organized, right? And this is why we create this for you. So please take advantage of it because it will give you lots of benefits. Now, on the second note, I want to, while y'all filling this out right now, while y'all all filling these things out, I want to bring up Blue, and I want to ask Blue a few things so he can tell you something. Blue, the question is for you. When you started to organize your life, your files, your browsers, what happened to you as a just as a result of just doing a simple folder organization? Just want to know what has happened to you.
Yeah, no, it's a very good question. It allows me just to get my work done a lot faster, right? So if I need to access something quickly, especially in today's world, where patience is not king. There's folks that want this stuff fast, right now. And especially working in an office environment, working in an IT environment where they want, to be able to utilize technology to get access to information really quickly. It was that experience that taught me, hey, okay, if I need to access a particular document, if I need a link to a particular website, if I need to be able to get a particular document, I should be able to have it. I should be able to, one, know where it's located, and two, how to get to it as quickly as possible so that I can share it.
Right, love it, absolutely love that. So the other thing is, Moya, keep the screen up so that way they can see what's going on, right? Keep the screen up and just periodically go through the things that they need to go through so that they can see it. In the meantime, just having Blue talk. And if you could always move over to the gallery view and be able to see Blue. So let's just keep that on the screen while Blue is talking. So within organizing this, and you're seeing all of these results, right? And we talk about time management, right? Most people have a love affair with wanting to be more time effective. And when we talk about creating these folders or putting these systems of success together, and it gives you this freedom, what else can you do? Like, being that you have more time now, being that you are more organized, you're spending less time looking around for things, you're spending less time having to wonder and wander around and get distracted by things that you haven't seen since 2 months ago, and that's a new thing. Instead, you get right to the work. And you get to stay in what we call the flow state. And the flow state, that brings about super success, right? This is how you succeed. This is what success is being in the flow state. Anybody who's ever played sports, anybody who's ever written books or anything like that, you get into a flow state. So what has this done for your flow state, Blue?
Yeah, it has allowed me to, I have a 9-to-5, right? I work for Accenture. I am a senior cloud analyst for Accenture. So Accenture is a global consulting firm, and this, fortunately, I work remotely, right? So being able to have all that work organized puts me in a position to do the Accenture work, do MMA work, handle my own business work and stuff like that. Why? Because when I'm logging into the computer, as well as if I'm logging into my Accenture computer, everything is where it needs to be. I know exactly how to get to all my information. I get to do my work a lot more effectively, a lot more efficiently, and then I can transition away from the 9-to-5 and actually focus on what I really want to do in pursuing my generational wealth. So if I didn't have that organization, right, when I would log into my Accenture stuff, I wouldn't know how to access everything. Things would take a longer time to complete, taking away time from my MMA work, from my generational wealth work. So that is what organization has allowed me to do. So I'll give you another example, right? I have a client. After this, I gotta go. I gotta go talk. I got a client for Blue Tech that needs me to do something for them. I took care of most of the stuff remotely already, because there are some things that I have to physically go there and take care of, but they are not in a crunch to do any kind of work because I have organized their work so that they have quick access to all of their files and folders so they can leave me alone, basically, right? Because if I'm sitting there handling a lot of these mundane tasks, it's taking time away for me to do other things that I want to be able to do. So that organization gives me that freedom, that time that I desperately need, because there's only 24 hours in a day.
Absolutely. And I love what he said about leaving me alone, right? Some of you can't leave yourself alone. Some of you got to leave yourself alone by allowing yourself to be organized. But instead, sometimes we get what we call complacent, or they say procrastinating. And what happens is, as a result, we're bothered by our own mess. And then now when people come around us, now we're talking to them all snappy because we know that we didn't finish the thing that we set up to finish. We didn't do it in time. So now everybody's just a bother, right? Because of our own mess. So clean up your mess. What's the message inside of your mess? If you will become more effective in less time, what you would do is you'll be able to be a nicer person, kinder person, a more alert person. You'll be able to help more like you truly want to do. You'll be able to communicate better because you're not thinking about everything that you have to do later. You're pretty much caught up. Most of us are too far behind in life because we keep forgetting that as days goes on, we are going to be compiled with more things, right? Some of us go, I'm going to do it tomorrow. In the moment that we say we do it tomorrow, we're not even thinking that tomorrow is going to bring its own set of challenges. If I'm making sense, make sense in the chat, y'all, because I think sometimes this goes over our head. Like this is why we're bringing the resources. And another thing too is this. Blue, how long have you been with us, Blue?
Oh, wow. This is the 90 days, right? Yeah, 90 days.
Right.
Not
This is coming up around 90 days, 80 something days, but basically a little more than 90 because he's been in the challenges and everything like that.
Right.
The thing is, look how fast it can happen to you. Look how fast you can go from sitting in a seat to standing on a stage. Well, he's still sitting in the seat, but he's on stage, right? Y'all get the point.
A comfortable seat.
Is, you can go from student to teacher in a matter of seconds. Why? Because you all already possess something that somebody else is clamoring for. You live like on your worst day, you live like somebody on their best day. I promise you that's a reality. I promise you. The problems that you have, people would love and pray for your problems. Me and Ramel, we talk all the time. We talk about moving around, doing all these different things, never getting sleep, like getting tired. Like, all right, not never get sleep, but we barely get the sleep we deserve, right? So moving around, and it's like, yo, bro, this is a good problem, bro. Relax. You're like, yo, yeah, you're right. You're right. No problem, man. All right, cool. Because somebody else would love to have your life. So not only are we going to bring you the accountability calls, but I want you to give yourself accountability. There's something magical that happens, and I promise you, by doing the work. And I don't want to call out anybody's names, but I'm going to say this like this. There were a few people that are in this room today who we encouraged to do the work. They didn't do the work. And then they look back and go, wow, now that I'm doing the work, I realize that if I would have done the work sooner, I'll be a lot further ahead. So I want y'all to put this in your minds. The sooner you do the things that are required to get you to where you want to be, the longer you get to enjoy that space.
Right.
Do you understand that? Like, you know what we're looking for? We're looking for greatness, legacy, everything. But if you do not do the work that's required now, you're only cutting out yourself. You're only cutting yourself down with the amount of time that you're going to be able to spend inside of that space that you created of abundance. Imagine finally getting to a place where you're super wealthy, finally getting to a place where you have the house that you love, nice pool in the backyard, everything is right. But then you just only have X amount of days to spend it. In fact, everybody knows what that feels like. Imagine when you go on vacation, how do you feel when it's time to go back home? Most of the time, because sometimes y'all be ready to go back home. I'm ready to get in my bed. But the point is, when you live life without the sense of urgency, life is going to find a way to make you catch up to you where you should be. But the issue is with that is look how much time you've wasted. Look how much time has gone by before you actually implemented the thing. So as we get to come to a close, everybody's going to get a chance to work with Blue, but not right now. Blue and I, we're working on something right now where Blue can come into your organization and help you get organized, but it's going to come with a fee. You have to pay this man, you understand? So nobody's going to get anything free. The freebie is this. The freebie is you getting this information and applying it yourself, because you can do this yourself. And a lot of you don't have as many files as he has. This man has, I don't know, what did he say, 64 emails? Okay, please, you're not at that level. I know y'all got 10 emails each, but you're not at the level with 64 emails. So it's still doable for yourself. And once again, we're going to bring offers to you. In any business, you're going to spend money to put systems together to make money. Please don't be one of those people, yo, all they asking us is to pay for, yes. Everywhere you go, you're going to pay for something because that's how this world is set up. Unless you go back to the jungle or back to the Amazon rainforest or wherever it is that we were at before we got into the society that now we got to work. But the point is, everybody has to get value and everybody has to get paid. So the biggest thing is we're not going to do it now. So please don't ask for his Calendly. Yes, follow him on Instagram and all that other stuff, but don't ask for his Calendly. That will be later on because that's going to be fit in on time, in time for the actual accountability calls where we have mindset, public speaking, habit hacking, and then we go into systems for success. So we need to do this in a timely fashion. Right now, just to open your mind, you'll go ahead and you do the work now. We're going to bring Blue back up again. And then when we bring him back up again, that is the time that you're going to offer his services. We're going to drop the link. You'll be able to pay right then and there. And then you'll take advantage of Blue being able to help you out. But let's go into questions. We have about 8 minutes left. And once again, drop those blue emojis in the chat. And anytime he speaks, if you love what he's saying, instead of dropping the fire, you drop the blue heart, right? Let us know. All right, cool. So Blue, you're getting ready to answer some questions here. Yes. Shout out to everybody who's actually putting the post in. I can see the notifications coming in right now. Snap it up and clap it up for your own selves, baby. Hold up, can I get the applause?
A major.
Nope.
B flat major.
Nope. There you go. All right, clap it up for yourself. All right, so Blue, we're gonna go to the first hand. Sunshine, if you're available, can you call on the first person?
Sure can. Queen Latifah, come talk to us, Queen.
Peace, family. Thank you, Blue, so much for that presentation.
Welcome.
That was super helpful. I definitely just started doing bookmarking on my desktop, but you definitely opened up to bookmarking your emails, and I felt like that was extremely helpful. I realized my desktop was very crowded, so I started making folders. And I see that you open up about Google Drive. Is it possible that I can take those same folders for my desktop and drag it to my Google Drive instead?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Just know that by default, Google Drive allows 15 gigabytes of space. That's the free version. Now, what they don't tell you is that it's spread across Google Drive, Google Photos, your emails. So just be mindful of that. Once you move that over, it will take up that 15 gigabyte of space. Once you reach that point, you either got to buy more space or start removing files from there. But yeah, you can definitely do that. And I encourage you to, because what you want is laptops break, computers break, phones break. I want us to be in the mentality of not being too concerned about our data if we lose our phones, because it's accessible elsewhere. You secure your phones, yes, but you want to make sure that your files and everything are located in the cloud so that if you lose the laptop, all you need is another laptop and you can access your files and continue from there.
Okay, thank you
You
so
don't
much.
want to, you don't want to save anything to your local computer because of something may happen to that device, and you don't want to lose precious information.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Queen Danielle, come talk to us, Queen.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Blue, for all of that value. That was like my brain is on organization steroids.
Good, right good.
Okay,
good.
so Latifah just asked my 2 questions on that. But if I have, like 3 businesses and I have them all in the Google with the 15 gigabytes, is that spread over those 3 drives? Because you know what I mean? Or is it like 15 gigabytes for each one?
Yeah, it's 15 gigabytes for each email. If you open up a Google Workspace account for your business.
And I have that. I do have that.
Yeah. Then depending on the pack that you get, the lowest pack, the starter pack, you're given 30 gigabytes per account. As you increase the service offerings from Google Workspace, it gives you larger, up to 1 terabyte. And that's a crap load of space for you to manage per account.
Okay.
So yeah, you can definitely just be mindful of that. It's per account.
Okay, and one more question, because Crew, I was gonna ask you for your calendar and he just messed all that up. So so just one more question. Okay, so then with my folder, because I have a whole bunch of folders and my space is running out on my computer, and she said I could drag those in like that. But then would you suggest me having those and putting those folders then on an external drive just to have them physically versus just in the cloud?
Right. That is a very good question. It depends on how much space. So if you have more than 15 gigabytes that you need to upload, then yes, you need to find yourself an external hard drive or pay for more space online. You're not going to be able to find drive space online for free, right? You're given that free amount, which is the 15 gigs, which in the grand scheme of things is not really that much. But that is what I would recommend, is getting yourself an external hard drive.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Next up, we have our Queen Aries. Come talk to us, Queen.
Good morning, you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while, so good morning. Blue, that was outstanding. So,
Thank you.
Everybody, has the thing that they're good at. I'm what you call a visual learner, but this computer thing is like, it's like the monster in the closet. But the organization of the emails and all of that stuff is like amazing. And I have stuff everywhere. I don't even, I just want to be able to get to the point where I just want to be able to organize the emails coming in. Because if you look at my emails now, it's like 5,000 emails just all over the place, but it's from a bunch of different things. So I guess my question is that I just want to know how to even be able to start to organize the emails just for once, or the folders. I just don't know how to do any of that, but I most definitely want to learn how to do that for sure.
Yeah, so a good overview of that would be, the first thing is you would create your labels, right? Because there's no, you don't really have to do much for that. So I showed you guys different labels. I had DIY, I had MMA, I had Chase, I had Zoom, I had GoDaddy. So I created those labels. And when you create those labels, they're available, they are there. Then you would go into your inbox and you would start to look at emails, because there's a checkbox on the left-hand side. This applies to Outlook as well, and I can walk you through that interface too. But you would check that box on the left-hand side, and then you would be able to see emails specific to that particular, or from that particular email address. And then from there, you are able to create a filter, which would force the emails that are there to move to that label, and any future emails from that address to move to that label, or just flat out delete it and get rid of it because it's spam, it's trash, it's not something that's important to you. So that is, but that's a time-consuming process with regards to organizing your emails. But once you have it set and organized, it's smooth sailings, and it's a well-oiled machine. But it's something that I can walk you through systematically so that you can make sure all emails are organized. And this can, and I manage 12 email addresses. Yeah. And the reason why I do it like that is because I like to separate everything. So I have one for my businesses, I have one for personal, I have one for personal professional, I have one for gaming, I have one just for shopping, which is my throwaway email. And I make sure I manage all those things so that it keeps my life a lot easier with regards to managing all those emails. Hopefully that answers your question. It's a time-consuming process, but well worth it.
Well, I can most definitely tell you that's your superpower. That's for sure. I will try my best to work on trying to get that organized, because there is a lot of important information that I received over this challenge that I would like to keep separate from other things that I was doing prior, so I can be able to get to them a lot faster. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for even opening my eyes to that, to being able to organize that, and I appreciate it. And I'll get working on that, and I'll let you answer someone else's question.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, last hand, right? I think we got one more person.
We did, but I don't see the hand up anymore.
You have John, right? Yeah, we have John. John put his hand up. How can I help you, John?
I see it now. Okay.
Hey, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to Coach Crew. One of the beautiful things about Coach Crew, and I just want to share this with everybody, Coach Crew is bringing people up to help make us better as a family. And one of the things I chatted about with Coach Crew is that he cares about the productivity of the group, and he cares about us growing in our lives. So it's really awesome that Crew invited Blue to come in. He's going to bring others in and help us to be more effective in less time, and more efficient in less time. So definitely a shout out to you, Crew. Definitely appreciate you taking the time to do this for everyone. And something else I want to share everyone personally is that, so I'm 25 to 30 years in IT, but I wanted to share in terms of what Blue is bringing to the table. There are corporations that pay someone like Blue roughly about $3,000 to do what he just did. And so when Crew talked about bringing them in and making them available to us, there are corporations that are actually doing that now. My fiance, she also works for Accenture, so she's doing her thing too. So just something to keep in mind, the value that crew is bringing to the table. So Blue, hey, thank you very much, man. We definitely appreciate what you're doing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Right, great stuff. Send some love to King John. John is always coming through, reinforcing everything that we say during the accountability call. So basically, think about it as a summary, right? And John, I want to bring you back up here one more time just to give that word, because it's very important that we could understand the grand scheme of it all. Sometimes we get lost in the moment of it, which is great, but for not too long, right? We don't want to get lost for too long. So the biggest thing is understanding, look, everything that you do matters. You have a prime time opportunity to really put yourself in position to have the lifestyle that you truly want, but it's going to come with work. You cannot outwork the work. There's no way slipping away from it. There's no way of running from it. You have to put the work in. And sometimes, most times, the work that you have to do is just simple administrative work that allows you to become more effective in less time. That's half the battle. Some of the battle that you're going to face, that you're going to be fighting, it's literally yourself. It's literally you getting out of your own way, right? It's literally you getting out of your own way. So please understand that you are amazing. You are great. The only thing I want to see from you is you see that you're great and then do the actions that follow the words, right? So don't just talk about it, be about it. If you're an action taker, put action taker in the chat. If you want more in your life, drop the plus emojis. If this was great, drop the mailbox emojis. If you love what Blue did, drop the blue hearts, right? Please understand, everybody has an opportunity to come up here to become either a coach, a partner, some type of person that can add value. All we do is ask you to add value. Please just don't come in, hey, yo, can I just be a person that come up here to speak? No, you can do that naturally right here. But be somebody that can add some type of value that's going to help somebody become more effective in less time. That is the goal. John, can you please just reinforce today's segment?
My brother, my brother, my brother, my brother. So, hey, just a couple of things to share. LaTanya, we hear you. You mentioned about feeling overwhelmed. You mentioned about, and several people also talked about the breakout sessions with Unshaky. Unshaky made a big difference today. So one of the things that crew talked about is fight yourself. See that you're great. And so the stuff that you learn from Unshaky, make sure you apply it to yourself. Application comes before elevation, right? So we got the education. Now it's time for application, and then will come elevation. Again, crew said, fight yourself. See that you're great. LaTanya, you are great. We had someone else talk a little bit earlier. I was trying to get that name down. Darn it, I don't have it right now. Angela Washington. Angela Washington, you are great. Someone else talked a little bit earlier about what they want to do in terms of changing their career, doing something different. Believe you are great. Everything that you learned through this academy, remember, application also is associated with education. From there will come elevation. So after this program is over, we expect you to elevate. Thanks, group.
Absolutely. Everybody send some love to King John in the chat. Remember, we talked about mindset, skill set, tool set, asset, right? Like literally the new skill set is taking your mindset to see, okay, what tool sets do I need that can produce assets? Some tool sets that you might need may come from other people. It may be somebody else's tool set. What we're doing is giving you our tool set. And now you take our tool set, put your mind to it and say, okay, now what do I need around me to make sure I need to get the best value from this? And it really is just the application, right? Applying everything that we were requiring you, suggesting, encouraging you to do, and challenging you to do, so that way you can become the best version of yourself. So Blue, once again, drop your Instagram so everybody can get your Instagram, drop your Instagram handle so people can follow you. Drop the, if you got Facebook, drop the Facebook for our people who are not on Instagram. And also everybody should get a either Threads account or TikTok, right? Get those two. So that way you can reach more people. So everybody should write that down. You should be getting those. I know you might not want to do it, but just do it anyway. Just do it. If you feel like you don't want to do something, just do it. I know some of y'all like, damn, this is a lot of work that Blue telling us to do. You're just looking at Blue's work. Blue has a lot of work, and it came from over time. It didn't come from one day. You might not have that much work. All you need to do is just start doing the work. So if this was great, if this was a great class, if this was amazing, if this accountability call is everything, please put it into the Telegram groups. please scream to the neighbors. Please let everybody know about this, because as I mentioned, this, for some people, this is already a standalone app. There's a lot of people who utilize this app. They don't come to the calls. But this is the thing. The app is meant to help you become more effective in less time, to learn a lot of things so you can earn more. But the accountability calls is to reinforce you doing the work. It's why we ask you to go inside the group and then go ahead and put down what your commitment is, what your goal update. So if you haven't done it and you think that you can just skip out on that part, whether you do it with us or you do it somewhere else, you have to do it. You cannot outsmart this work. This work has to get done. All right. So if you think that you're going to be good by not writing these things down, how many of you have forgotten things that you put into your mind? You wrote it down in your mind, but how many times you've forgotten it? If that's you, put that's me in the chat. If that has come back to haunt you, put that's me in the chat. So that's why we have you writing it down on the Luhv Plus app, right? That's why we asked you to do it on Luhv Plus app. So that way you can have a space to always come look at it, and it's already organized for you. Not only that, you can go and look at other people's. So Blue, make sure you put some things inside the accountability group today too, so that way they can see it, right? Go put out your commitments, go put out some of your goal updates so people can follow that and see what exactly you do, right? That's another thing. The biggest thing also too is getting into the room and showing up in the room. So we created Luhv Plus group work sessions, right? And we put this inside of other communities, so that way you can be able to obtain these things. So Moya is running this. Moya and Jasmine are running it now, right? So understand, if you need help, if you need tutelage, or if you need somebody just to be around you to get work done, this is a great space for it. So I want Moya to come up, and I want Moya to speak to it a little bit and let everybody know what's going on.
Hey, Coach Crew, can I dip out now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for trusting me with this information. Look forward to working with everybody again. Gotta go. You guys enjoy your day.
Yes, sir. King Blue.
Thank you so much. Good morning, family. So yes, Jasmine and I, we do run the group work sessions. This week in particular at 1 p.m. every day, we do run the group work sessions. So you can come in and you can work on either your 9 to 5, but preferably work on your businesses or any special projects that you may have. And through the group work sessions, that's actually where I've discovered Blue's talents. You know, he came in and he started to talk about organization and how he's organized and sharing his screen and things like that. And a lot of people have come through and just made connections and network during the group work sessions. So actually today, instead of our typical group work sessions, what I'll be doing instead is I'll be doing a Luhv Plus training. So I'll go over the groups, the challenges. I'll look at the Luhv Plus digital assets in the store. So any questions that you may have about Luhv Plus, I'll be able to assist you there as well. And also we can look at the Mogul Meet Up groups. And I'll drop the information on, actually in Luhv Plus. It will be in Luhv Plus, it will be in Telegram, but prefer that you would just get the information in Luhv Plus, and feel free to follow me on Luhv Plus as well. Thank you, Coach Crew.
Absolutely. Once again, this is your platform, y'all. This is a platform for you to be able to take your life to the next level. It's filtering out all the booty shaking, all the other stuff that's inside of Instagram, right? You want to just get down to the business, get down to the work. This is the place for it. We're going to bring up Jasmine real quick and let Jasmine speak. Jasmine, you could talk to it as well real fast. And anybody here, follow each other on the app, so that way you get more familiar with the app. There's a whole section called Explore page, right? Go into the Explore page and post stuff there, so that way that can get going. But once again, this is your space to create, your space to live out your dreams and pretty much practice being a person that you truly want to be, so you can get the results that you want. Let's bring up Jasmine real fast.
Hello, great morning, everyone. Great morning. Moya, thank you so much for just being you, for growing and just elevating to the next level. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see you. Everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. Like Moya said, the work group sessions, they hold you accountable. Like we have the accountability calls in the morning, right? But there's still another 10, 12 hours that we have to our day, right? So at 1 o'clock, like she said, this week, what we've been doing is knocking things off our checklist, getting our PowerPoints ready, getting every task that we need to fulfill done in that period of time. When you're working around people with the like-minded energy, or just quite frankly, even Roro can attest, you have questions about certain deals or certain organizations, that's key moments. Those are key opportunities that you have when you're in the group work session. So I would say, like Coach Crew, if you don't use it, you're definitely gonna lose it. Okay, so please utilize it. We will be there. We will be there. We will be there. We will be there. We'll be there for your questions, your environment. If you just want to come in, stay muted, just so that you know, turn your camera on, that everybody is working. We see you pick up the phone. Now you know 3 people looking at you like, that's 5 minutes too long now. That's 5 minutes too long. We do a 25-minute work on and then 5-minute take a step away. So that work habit helps as well. But yes, and we have multiple groups on the Love Plus app, like we said previously. The Bet on Yourself group, that is my group, and we betting on ourselves, that 9 to 5. We doing big things. So we setting up the platform, we creating better habits, greater skills, so that we can become a higher being, right? To get those higher benefits. So I love y'all to life, as Sunshine would say. I'm proud of Sunshine too, because my baby got some sleep last night. Every day we're getting better and better and better and better, whether it's 1%, 10%, 20%. We just have to tap into the resources that we have in the work group sessions. That will be the very start, immediately after our accountability calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we have the work group sessions for the entire week. Okay, y'all. So I really hope to see y'all there, because we're gonna be executing, getting what we need to get done did. So I hope y'all one of them, because I'm one of them. Okay, I love y'all.
All right, great stuff. Everybody sending some love to Jasmine in the chat. All right, Jasmine. So as we come to a close, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for showing up. Thank you for putting yourself in a position where you could give 110% effort. Please go out there and do the things that you need, because I'm telling you right now, doing the things you need to do to get what you want is key, right? Your primary focus is, how do I become more effective in less time? Just ask yourself that, and you start to think about ways to become more effective in less time. The primary focus after that is understand the primary pathway, right? The primary pathway is strategic partnerships, whether that be another person or whether that be tools. So once you find that combination, what happens is, by default, you end up running into multiple streams of opportunities, multiple streams of impact, and multiple streams of income. So I really love John's alliterations today. John, take us out on a high note, and remember that you are the MVP, the most valuable participant. Take us out, John. Let me spotlight you. All right, take us out, John. Unmute. You gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry about that, guys. My computer was locking up. How's everybody doing today? Very good, very good, very good. Let's unmute it, Sunshine, if that's okay.
Say that again, King.
Can you unmute it, please, for everybody?
Let's have everybody unmute. They can unmute themselves.
I want everybody to repeat after me. Say, thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
For me.
For me.
Say it one more time. Say, thank God.
Thank God.
For me.
For me.
I am the star of my movie.
I am the star of my movie.
Say it like you mean it. I am the star of my movie.
I am the star of my movie.
Everybody that comes across my path.
Everybody that comes across my path
will be blessed.
will be blessed.
Because I'm an MVP.
Because I'm an MVP.
I'm the star of my movie.
I'm the star of my movie.
I bless me.
I bless me.
Because I am blessed.
Because I am blessed.
Doesn't matter, because whoever's around me.
It doesn't matter who's around me.
They will be blessed.
They will be blessed.
Deserve a hand clap. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Let's go,
Let's
family.
get it, y'all. Peace, y'all. See y'all Friday. Let's go.
Have a good day, everybody.
Yes, everyone.
Absolutely.
Family.
Be intentional.
Family, have
Oh,
a
yo,
great
look.
day.
This is the other thing. The other thing is, if once again, go in the Telegram group, because there's a lot of people who are not here. Go in the Telegram group. And if this was great, let everybody know what takeaway you got from this. Always do that, because every time you share your benefit, somebody else can get benefited. And then guess what? You being the person that did the thing, look, something tremendous happens for you. So once again, you are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. You are everything you ever wanted to be. Let's go.
Let's
go,
Yeah.
Go.
Have a great day, everybody.
Love y'all.
Millionaires, let's get it.
Intentional.
Oh,
Have a
family.
great one, family.